Hello, I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body. How are you today? I'm located in Chicago, Illinois. And in this video, I want to talk about you can do this. Okay, so a little bit of encouragement, and I want to let you know some of the things that are coming up, your mission. So a lot of people wonder what is their mission or what is their purpose. A lot of people have been going through some of their existential crisis, and maybe it's not a crisis, but maybe you're still wondering, and you're wondering, where do you fit in? Where is the new normal, and how do you put yourself there? Further beyond that, how do you thrive in a new normal where it appears that a lot of things are collapsing and just very chaotic? It's a challenge. And I know this because I was there back in 2007, which actually started in about 2005 with some of the real estate bubble. And I could see the writing on the wall. Prior to that, there was a tech bubble, there was a real estate bubble. And right now we're having other types of bubbles that are popping, and things are just crumbling. It's a lot of moments where the foundations are rupturing and either disintegrating. So I don't want to get all negative. I want to be positive about this because this is an opportunity to build, to dig. So even the things that you're excavating, there's some things to know about that. And I hope you'll join me. So what is your mission? One of the things to know about what we talk about as mission is the bar has been raised. Okay, so there are more expectations, not just of you, but your higher self. Your soul is expecting more. Your soul knows you can do more. And yet that may seem very daunting. So I break it down into easy, actionable steps that you can do while incorporating the higher love. And that might sound hokey, like, oh, I'm already the light and the love. Not until you let it work through you. And that's something that is an experience that takes a lot of the guesswork out. It takes a lot of the angst out of it. So work is still work, but the burden is shifting over onto individuals, it's shifting over onto couples, and it's shifting onto people that are actually taking charge. That is one of the things about this huge shift, is that you don't have to be hindered by the past. There are things in your past that are actually usable. That's true. But it's how do you grab it? How do you elevate it? How do you get it into something that is usable? And it's, I like to say, win, win, win for everyone. Win for you, win for, maybe your community, win for a lot of people, because there is a ripple effect there. So you can't be told. You have to be a participant in it, because being told what is your mission is something that, a lot of people are told. Have your backup plan. Get a degree in accounting. That's not going to be happy for you unless you actually love numbers and accounting. Some of you love numbers. You like to put all these like permutations together, but that doesn't necessarily mean you want to be an accountant, does it? I mean, let's be real about it. No, you don't. So what are we going to work on for the end of this year so that you hit the ground running next year? 2021 is still going to be a very trying time for a lot of people. And I want to be able to give you tools, because it is very different to be an ascended being in the workforce. And this is going to belie some of the things that people say about getting off the grid and being in a utopia. You have to create parts of your own future yourself. And part of that does include comfort. It includes security. And it's the security that you have from another level. And this is why there are things being expected. So let's kind of break this down. Step by step, what's for this year and what's for next year. This year is a breakdown. heading into the next year, it's a bit of a build-up. For you personally, it includes building up your essential stuff. It may include what is your retirement plan, and your retirement plan should be inclusive of you. Okay, whatever that is, whether you have a formal retirement plan, or you've had to live off of parts of your retirement, or you are counting on some kind of a government stipend or something like that. Every country is different, but the manner of the higher self is actually able to be felt through you and leading you step by step into that new level. Part of what's happening this year is you are welcoming your essence back in. And as your essence comes in, yeah, it's pushing out a lot of old stuff. Some of it's not even identifiable. It just comes as like, purge attacks, and you're just like reeling from it, and you still have to get up and running. Work is still going to be there, particularly for people that want work that doesn't feel like work. And I have been blessed to experience some of that. Yes, there are times I roll up my sleeves. I just came in from doing outside work. And I mean picking up sticks and stuff like that because there was a storm. I had to do it. Who's going to do it? Right? And that's something that, is also shifting, is instead of looking to others, we're looking within for the things that we can do. What is it that you can do? What is it that, is your soul bringing here to the table? I've been saying that for years. What are you bringing to the table? And if you are a starseed person, that's going to be some of the seeds that are needed here in this buildup. You have gifts and skills, some of which have not been tapped into. And that is why we are going to take this step by step so that we can see what it is for you personally that maybe you have a skill at, or maybe you have a gift in, and that we start elevating that to the level where it's usable for you. Not only usable, but helps you with your livelihood. And livelihood equals money, but it also equals that self-respect, it equals the confidence, it equals your ability to have those comforts that you want. Now, it won't matter if you already have a job. If there's something that's been sort of nagging at you and you would like help to develop it, and you would like help to, and I'm not saying I'm not going to do it for you, I'm going to help you do it for you. You want to dig that out. Okay, it's really hard. I have done this type of work for years, and I've done it in other positions. I've done it even before there was such a thing as an HR or human resources department. We had to help people. I've done team building, and I've been a part of public companies. That means that we worked our butts off in a company that actually is still a publicly traded company. And that was a part of some of that, bubble. Not everyone was able to thrive in that environment because some departments they weren't needed anymore. And that's what we're finding now, is that there are some departments of society, you could say, that are not needed, but there's a lot of other departments needed. Okay? And if you've ever been to a department store where there's things on different floors, you'll kind of know what I mean. The first floor is kids stuff and, children's clothing and toys. And then, the next level is maybe shoes or whatever, but when it comes to this journey, your ability to connect and not wander with your mind. In other words, there is a higher structure of the heart which not only steers you and guides you, and it envelops you. So it actually bypasses the mind, it bypasses certain things. That's why people feel ditzy, frankly. They will feel uncoordinated, ditzy, and we want to get it focused. We want it to get coordinated. We want to bring order to the chaos, and we want you to thrive. And when I say we, I mean me and my twin. and God and everybody else. Because then we have happy, shiny people, and having happy, shiny people makes this place a lot better. Okay, maybe not perfect, but better. What else is here to support you? Well, a precursor to this has been, over at least the past 20 years, if not more, a lot of the supportive technology and a lot of the welcome energies. So you sometimes feel these energies as a rush in. It can feel like a strong force that, like you're saying, am I resisting something? Am I being pushed? Am I resisting? That is a part of it. So don't deny what you might be sensing, but let's put it to work and let's put it into action. Supportive technologies. Okay, let's just take one example. Okay, some people really like to go off-roading. Now there's a really fun sector of that called, van life. We're going off-roading, we're into photography, we're into mountain climbing, we're into camping. We're allowing other people to live vicariously through us. Not me, but the people that do that. Okay, that's what those people are doing. Sometimes they're collecting articles for magazines or photographs of like an inaccessible place, and they need everything packed down there. They're like, using solar or whatever. Some people, it's a necessity and it's not comfortable for them and they're tired of it. And so there's a lot of switcheroonies going on here. There's a lot of swapping out of what's comfortable for people, what's fun, and what you really want to do, and what boosts your confidence and makes you feel loved, supported, and like you're contributing. Because if we're not contributing, then we're still a part of the problem sometimes, and we want that to diminish. Okay, we want places to be safe. That's a given. Okay, some people love drama, they love the excitement, but gradually it all gets to be too much for everybody. So where does the supportive tech come in? Well, this technology enables people to get paid sometimes. Okay, used to be you might have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for something to come in the mail. So that system is changing for the better. Sometimes you still need parts of that system, but you have a brand new system. You need that infrastructure. Sometimes you have, something as simple as someone who works with their hands. They work with their hands and they do really good work. They're a craftsperson. Okay? Our little technology can be a mini office right on the spot. And yet that didn't exist. Okay, so that is some of the old level moving into the new, because it started and we wanted to get it, comfortable, easier, okay, user friendly. Some of the things on this journey don't feel user friendly unless you actually engage higher parts of yourself. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is breaking barriers. In the past year, we have broken a lot of barriers, but those barriers were also breaking down over, the past century, really. People getting in touch with other people, groups coming together, groups disbanding, coming into other places to assist. It could be from things like disaster relief. It could be from things like just going to a place to help set up something. And it is also accessibility. So it used to be that only certain people could reach higher education. That has broadened out. And now your actual higher education from a source that is above you can start to come through. So we've broken a lot of those barriers. It's accessible if you're moving yourself with my guidance into the new level. If you're staying in the old stuff and you're just sitting there like you're in the parking lot waiting for, some other bus to arrive, get on the bus. Get on the bus now and start to help yourself. Because when you help yourself, those small steps that you are taking actually contribute a lot. Okay? There are new programs. You may create a new program. There are things that are needed to be created. There are things from the past that need to be brought into this new timeline that are lovable, that someone will just welcome. You know, some of the things that are so simple are artisanal things. You know, people get tired of the same old, same old. Even as we see some places, you know, boom, go out of business, there's pop-ups of stuff. The hard part is balancing some of the financial efforts with that. Not everything is going to be free, okay, nor should it be. So people need to get off of that because it is a modicum of exchange. And that exchange can be elevated, gotten out of the fear, gotten out of the temptation, and you know, we will talk about that because, again, step by step, what are some of the programs? Well, next year, there is a lot of talk about additional stimulus plans. Now, what that stimulus actually means, it's different in every place, but it means money infused into the people so that something can be done. Now, if people take that money and go off and gamble it away, that's on them. But if you're able to use some of it wisely, then that creates a platform for yourself. There are new things to create. I've had tons of ideas about stuff. Over the years, I've actually thought of things that I have actually seen other people implement. And I've been happy about it because I can't possibly do everything. But you know, it's hard to tell, is that something in the collective mind or is it something that, you know, was an original idea? The original part is you. You are unique. You're unique in all of creation. That's what you're bringing. That is your essence. That is your vibe. That is your mojo. That is your loveliness. And that's your love. And I'm here to help you do this with love, not fear. I'm here to take some of the fearful things out of it because the things that really get most of us, it's not the emergency where we have to put on our cape and go help. A lot of us are so capable of that. It's the day in and day out grind that really gets people. It's not knowing how to balance two levels. It's not knowing what to prioritize. It's not knowing how to keep and set boundaries. It's not knowing how to balance some of the ebb and flow of the seasons and how to get those signals of when it's time to change, okay? Or when it's time to evolve, or when it's time to grow. And that is the beauty part of doing it in this manner. And not only that, you will learn some other things, practical things, like the differences between how you set yourself up. What if you do what if you do what you want to do part-time? What if you develop it into something? And a daily routine or a daily outline of things that you should do to keep yourself flowing, okay? One other bonus is that less is more, actually. So when you work with your brand new template of relationship, what that means is you're able to do more with less. It means you want less food. You feel like you need fewer things to get by, and yet it is so expansive. It is a delight to see how the universe reaches back to you, how your body thrives in this, how you actually feel healthy and you look forward to things. There's a lot of great things, and I have seen people do this. I've seen people, create really, I'm just going to say it, create their businesses, create their calling, create their consultancy, create. Take their grandmother's recipe, put it into a mini setup that just keeps growing where they have to hire people. Pickles. I mean, there's no limit here. So when people say there's no limit, it doesn't mean that you have to have, the, the most, earth-shattering thing ever. It means you're here bringing something. And so come join. The links are below. Thanks so much for watching.